Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm actually gonna try something new because I'm trying to like max out my time efficiency throughout the day, and I see that I am doing way better on like a routine type of thing. It's not like an exact routine, but it's like a rough draft. So kind of like selecting out my time is gonna be helpful. I want my day to last a little bit longer. I'm gonna try to wake up earlier. Whatever, guys. There's a whole plan and it's coming, and I think I'm gonna like perform better. But this got look okay. How did I get to this? Is Technical Tuesday, so I'm gonna get technical. Well, not really, actually. I'm gonna get thoughtful today. I did not stick to the Technical Tuesday routine, but I am here writing, and I wrote down for 20 minutes just kind of like the thought process that I was going through, because today I'm gonna start my gym routine. So I'm gonna go to sleep, wake up, and I was thinking about schedules, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sleep early. I'm gonna wake up in the early before work. I'm gonna work out, and then I'm gonna go to work. I just have to, because every single day I wake up without a doubt at like 12 a.m. in the morning, and then at 4 a.m. in the morning. 5. No, actually, it's never 5. 12, 4 a.m., and then 6 a.m. I don't even have to get up at 6 a.m. I haven't had to in a while, actually, but it just happens. And so to fit it better into my natural schedule, I'm gonna go to sleep early, see if I still wake up at 4 a.m. And if not, I'm just gonna set an alarm, because if I sleep right now at not right now, but at 9:30, wake up at 4:30, go to the gym for an hour. It's gonna be alone, bro. It's gonna be super calm, super nonchalant. And come back home, shower, eat breakfast, go to work. I think that's gonna be really good for me, and it's also gonna give me more time in the afternoon when I come home. Today was super relaxing because I have this plan again. And I was thinking about it, and I was scrolling on my phone, and I saw the looksmaxxing thing, and I keep seeing all the looksmaxxing, everything, clavicular, right? That's just what pops up on whatever. So I got to thinking, when you're scheduling something, you're setting an intention, bro. All of this is to put your life on a certain path, send it through a certain trajectory, right? And I joke about me looksmaxxing, but if you think about it, me going to the gym to go get gains is low-key kind of me looksmaxxing, right? In the process of going to the gym and developing, going to the gym. When you go to the gym, you are essentially training certain muscles. So when you do that, I feel you become a little bit more aware of your muscles. You kind of have to, right? So you have to know what muscle you got to be hitting to get a certain shape, to get a certain look, right? This is how people can get really intricate looking bodies by going to the gym, like bodybuilders, okay? And I thought to myself, the thought that came up to my head and that changed Technical Tuesday is looksmaxxing shape-shifting. Okay, shape-shifting. So I don't know if you guys remember, I had mentioned Magic Bro, and I feel okay, I don't feel look, I actually wrote this down, so I'm gonna read this. Okay, so I did my intro. I didn't read that, I just actually did that. Okay, people are setting an intention of maximizing the look of themselves, essentially altering reality, okay? Similarly, makeup is also maybe like 2 steps below shape shifting, because like, again, a form of altering reality, like editing your character, your avatar. So I like to think of us as like a 3-dimensional kind of thing. Like, ever since, like, I told you guys this before, ever since I took that physics class, bro, like I think of the world like as a 3-dimensional planet. Or I don't know if I've actually said that ever, but I have. That physics class changed my life. Okay? So I was thinking, and I looked up the definition of like magic, because again, like, the definition of magic, like, what is okay, that was a jump. Okay, shape shifting, to me, that's magic. So this is why I'm hopping into this concept, right? Because in the 3D, bro, like, when you're shape shifting, like, you are altering reality, right? That is magic. Okay, I looked it up on Google, and then the AI told me, first, I got the first definition, right? The use of rituals, spells, or charms to supposedly influence natural or supernatural forces. Forces, guys. What is forces, bro? Forces is physics. Forces is math. Okay? Force can be measured, and that is why. Okay? That is why. Next definition that we got down here, again from Google. It was from Britannica, I think it said. Okay, it says, magic, a concept used to describe a mode of rationality or way of thinking that looks to invisible forces to influence events, affect change in material conditions, or present the illusion of change. Again, illusion, we are touching on a 3D subject, right? You can see it with your eyes, you can touch, feel it, like, with the senses. It is a physical, right? We learn about this in chemistry. There's like physical changes. Okay, I already said, to me, the concept 3D dimensional world. Magic is to the eye, what is to physical. It could also be related to feeling. Okay, these are my words, guys. This is no longer coherent, but like a feeling. So like, I also thought about like, okay, what are like different things that, like, you know, people would be like, oh. I just think about, like, if you say magic, what would a lady that like is really scared of magic think of? Like, that's like really bad magic, right? That someone's doing magic on you. If you guys have ever heard that, I have heard it many times. So I'm trying to think of those concepts, right? So like, these people would be like, oh my god, this person did like a love spell on this guy, right? And y'all Latinos know. Y'all Latinos, no, Latinos. What? Yes, right? I don't know. I'm Mexican. So the concept of like magic and like people doing magic, like in the culture, I guess, is not super like, it is like, I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's taboo, but religious people sometimes are against it because, you know, by the book, it says, right? And, you know, we're all looking at books, right? We're all looking at books. So the book, or the word that says that they believe that no one should be messing around with something that was created by, let's say, like a higher being. You shouldn't be messing around with that. You shouldn't be playing on that field. You are not God, right? Hopefully I'm making sense. Understanding now. Okay, so if you're customizing your avatar, right? You're doing this intentionally, right? So by this definition, well, not definition, but this like thought process that I just explained, literally we do magic every single day. Like, if you think about like, okay, literally everything that you do, bro, like you do things with intention and you are changing like reality as you go throughout your day, right? In 3D universe, everything that you do affects reality. Wow. So by this definition, you know, chemists, surgeons, makeup artists, you every day to yourself and the people surrounding you, working out, doing your makeup, having a routine, bro, eating healthy. Like, people be like, I want to lose weight. They eat like a certain, or whatever they want to do, right? I want to gain weight. I want to gain muscle. I was thinking about this. I'm telling you guys, bro, the concepts. If I go to the gym and I'm like, okay, I want a fat, right? And sorry for my language, guys. It's just like a dream of mine. If I want that, like, I have to eat more. I have to go work out more. I have to lift weights. Like, well, I don't have to. There's other ways, right, guys? I could always get a BBL. A BBL, bro. If I got a BBL, is that not altering reality? Like, y'all be seeing these people, that changes in the 3D. That changes in the 3D. Right? So is this like, is my thought process making sense, guys? Are we all, is it appropriate? Is it appropriate? I would dare say, is it appropriate for magic to be taboo if it's like all we do every single day? Is the concept clicking, guys? Like, me, okay, another thing you should always think, like I said, you alter like the three-dimensional world around you. So if I am trying to convey an emotion, when you talk about your emotions, like, oh, literally everything, bro. What did I write here? Okay, what am I saying the right words to make you think how I want you to think? When you speak, bro, when you talk, one of the senses, like, these are like the receptors, right? This happens wavelengths, okay? On the 3D plane. You might not see it. You might not see it, guys. Is that not crazy, bro? Science is magic. Guys, so me trying to act like I'm doing something groundbreaking. No, guys, this is just me thinking this is my thoughtful Thursday. These are my thoughts, bro. So this is what happens when you let me write for 21 minutes with calm music for the classroom playing in the background. This is it, guys. Okay. Anyways, I said this is why biologically people do better on routines. There's less stress and you're maintaining a daily schedule. This makes people happier. When you have it's actually, there's actual research that shows that people who have schedules, you know, they don't have to worry. They are happier and they are more relaxed and calm. When you're calm, I feel like you also become more aware. You become more aware of your surroundings and like about little things. Like, you start noticing a lot more things. So essentially what I'm trying to say is the more you look max, technically, okay, wait, no, I'm not gonna endorse looksmaxxing, because what is online, like, you know, doing redacted, doing substances, okay? I would not encourage to do all of that. Forcing yourself, or like hurting yourself to look a certain way. I would not endorse that, and I would I'm not gonna endorse looks maxing, but what I will say is, if you want to looks max, all you technical Tuesday need to do is just like calm down, like get a routine, do what you feel is right for you. Just relax, bro. Like, relax on some calm, nonchalant. This is why being calm and nonchalant is like peak, bro, because you can look smack. Oh, okay, I'm gonna stop saying that. You can maximize. Okay, you think you're chopped. These concepts of like technically you can alter your face in non-harmful ways. You can just you know, breathing through your nose, right? Breathing through your nose. You can alter what you look like by sleeping well, eating healthy. Like, you can do that, and that is something that you should do, and it will make you more relaxed with yourself, and then you'll be able to attain, and you'll actually, I feel like you wouldn't worry as much about the way that you look at this point when you're doing all that. Like, I feel like those kinds of stresses leave you because you're eating healthy. You're getting what you need biologically, what you prefer. That's it, guys. I'm not gonna keep talking because my videos are always hella long. So this is the one video I'm gonna drop that is not an hour long. Thank you guys for coming. That was my take on the thought of, is looks maxing shape shifting.